Hey everybody, this is Traveler Charlie. I'm a non-binary Latinx money coach and business wizard helping LGBT and BIPOC entrepreneurs make money their bitch. And I'm really excited to just walk you through the money coaching treasure map that I use with clients. It's basically a syllabus, but I don't like the word syllabus. It sounds very fancy and academic, and we're all about having fun and making business and money enjoyable. So that's why I call it a treasure map. So I'm just going to walk you through today what it looks like. And hopefully you can take advantage of the resources here that are free that I'm sharing with you, whether or not you decide to work with me in my one-on-one coaching program. But I really hope you reach out to at least schedule a free call with me so that you can see how I can help you crush your money, personal, and business goals too. So let's get started. I basically break down my treasure map into different sections. The first section is the cash and business management section too. This will take as little or as long of a time as you need. Some clients need a day, a couple weeks, a month, 2 months to just hone down their money mindset and really get to know and understand how cash functions in the United States, what the heck interest rates are as well too. And we also will talk about entrepreneurship, getting things started like QuickBooks, because that's really important as a business owner to establish yourself as a business, whether it's LLC, C Corp, S Corp, get yourself incorporated, get your ish together to be able to file taxes legally and ethically too. And that also starts with separating your personal and your business finances too. Do you have a business bank account? You shouldn't be mixing your business money and your personal money together because that's going to be a mess for tax season. Do you have a business credit card too? So we'll talk about making that separation of the personal and business finances, which is essential to entrepreneurship too. And I have links to different blog posts that I've written too about how Wells Fargo sucks, because I'll have a lot of clients who start out at not the best banks. I myself banked at Bank of America because as a Mexican immigrant, my family did not know any better. They just said, okay, Bank of America is the biggest bank in the States. Let's go with them. Now I bank with Charles Schwab because they have that ATM card that refunds me all of my ATM fees no matter where I am in the world too. So those are some things that I talk about with clients to get them to save money and rethink their relationship to just cash. So I have several links to budgeting tools like mint.com as well too that certain clients find useful. Then, depending on your needs, we would talk about credit cards, credit card hacking, and debt payoff too, because a lot of my clients do have some credit card debt as well that they'd like to pay off, as well as student loans too. We're not going to talk about investing until we talk about debt and normalize that, stigma-free. And then I have links to resources like the Points Guy newsletter, which is a resource that I learned a lot about credit card points hacking that allowed me to boost my credit score to the 800 level just using simple hacks, as well as a hyperlink to one of my favorite cashback cards, the Amex Blue Cash Preferred Card that has a link to a referral. Right now, as of December 23rd, 2021, you can get 6% cash back at the grocery store, which is a no-brainer to me. So I have links to that. And then around halfway-ish through the program, typically around month 2 or 3, that's when we start talking about investing in the stock market so that we can make our money grow in our sleep and not only keep pace with inflation, because cash is losing value every single day, but outpace inflation too and create passive sources of income through the stock market. And we're not going to depend on the stock market because it's way more exciting to invest in our minds and our own businesses too. But I personally pay my bills with the stocks that I sell that I've held for over a year. That's how I pay for my bills. Any money I make in my money coaching business is injected right back into the business itself so that I can help it grow because I have my personal finances separate and taken care of through my stocks. So that's something that I help clients with. But it's also really important to know the different types of accounts too. Some of my clients still have 401ks, still are at their employers. You can have an employer and still be an entrepreneur too. You don't have to be one or the other. But I also talk about, okay, maximizing your 401k, the contributions. Do you know what the vesting period is? So if you quit, is your employer match going to be 100% yours, or do you need to stay for another 5 years for that employer match to actually be your money? All important things. As well as maximizing your employer benefits like a health savings account, stock options, employee assistance plan. Some employers offer free therapy that a lot of employees are too afraid to take advantage of. But from my personal experience, when I worked at employers, it definitely maximized my free therapy sessions, because that was another perk, and we're all about maximizing the perks, whether you're at your job and love your job or are wanting to leave your 9 to 5 and become a full-time entrepreneur like me. I got you. Outside of your employer investing plans, there's lots of different account types, like an individual retirement account. We talk about pre-tax and post-tax. We talk about taxable brokerage accounts, which is what most people think of when they think of opening a Robinhood account. This is the account that I use to sell stock and pay my bills. But it's also really important to understand the tax implications around these sales too. And I'm very transparent. I'll show my clients my accounts so they can visualize and make it real for them and see, okay, Charlie sold these stocks at this time specifically to not have to pay as much in taxes. It's not tax evasion, it's 100% legal, but the timing of when you sell stock definitely matters. So we talk about those things. We talk about setting and achieving our money goals, and that's as simple as labeling your accounts. Instead of just having it being labeled individual retirement account, do you want it to be your financial independence retire early account, your wedding fund, your pet fund, your house down payment fund too? So that's something that we talk about. We also talk about passing off your money too in case you die. Let's be real. We could all just die tomorrow, not to be morbid, but to be real. It's really important to have beneficiaries set up so that your loved ones can have that transfer of wealth process just go so much more smooth. When I worked as a stockbroker at Charles Schwab, I cannot tell you how many times people lost their loved ones and would call us expecting for the wealth transfer to be easy, but they were not listed as beneficiaries. So guess what? They had to pay thousands of dollars in probate, in court fees to prove that they were actually entitled to that money. So I don't deal with life insurance. I don't mess with that stuff, but I do tell my clients it's really important to just have a beneficiary listed in your accounts. You can always change those, but it's better to list somebody rather than no one. If you don't list anybody, then the state will automatically take the money, and then your family members will have to go through the state and say, no, actually that money is mine too. And I also talk about charitable and 529 accounts, which are accounts that you can open at any age to invest in the stock market and pay for college tuition. So that's something else that I talk about with clients. And then we just keep going through investing. A lot of this stuff is complicated, and we're listening to words we've never heard before, like capital gains, brokerage. A lot of this stuff takes repetition. So we talk about the different account types and why we open those accounts. And then we also have to talk about what we invest in within these accounts as well, too. So that takes several weeks, months to just keep hammering down these investing buzzwords until it becomes normal for us. And then pretty soon you'll be out here talking to your friends and family about how they should be investing in the stock market, because all of a sudden it's not scary to you anymore. And that's where the magic happens. And the last topic is the entrepreneurship topic. I just have this last just because, but it's really a topic that's woven in throughout the time with my clients. I love working with entrepreneurs too. And I will also stalk their social media and give them feedback on how they can really bring out the added value through their content too, because it's all about finding a problem in the market and presenting yourself as somebody who can uniquely solve that solution and bringing out your true self so that you're separating yourself. You don't want to just be another cereal box at the grocery store that people can feel like they can choose. No, you want to be a fucking lobster omelet and make yourself irresistible so that people want to work with you and the solution that you offer too. So I have some resources here for entrepreneurs too, to level up their game. And I'm a business coach, and I'm here for all of that. Like I said, we don't want to just depend on investing in the stock market. It's cute, but the real magic happens when we invest in ourselves and our minds and our businesses, because our businesses are a reflection of us and what we care about. And lastly, I have links to different podcasts that have really helped me level up my game as an investor and as a business coach too. So I have financial literacy podcasts that I've recommended to my clients that inspired me to become a money and business coach, as well as entrepreneurship podcasts too. So these resources are free. Some of the videos, like the first gen wealth building video, that one you'll have access to if you work with me one-on-one too. But the majority of the links are free resources for you too. I often do Instagram lives where I drop several gems of free content. You can find me on Instagram at Traveler Charlie. I also have my Traveler Charlie Money Coaching YouTube channel. You can find me at travelercharlie.com. And I have a link at the end of the treasure map. If you want to work with me, book a free call. It's like a cute date where we get to know each other and see how we can work together for you to establish your money and business goals and crush them. So I'm so excited to have this resource free for you. And I'm really excited to meet you so that we can chat about your 2022 goals. All right. Have a great day.